Hello, hello, hello. I think we are live at the moment. I hope that everyone is fine. If you are hearing me well, just let me know on the comments. This is just a test, and let's see how many persons they join us together today. I have already a few persons here waiting. So I have Luis. Are you able to hear me, Luis? Do just a sign with your hand. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, guys. Son E, hi man. How are you, man? I hope that you are fine. I hope that you can join us. The link I'll leave to you guys here once again. If you want to join us live, it will be a pleasure. The idea is just that we talk about our favorite technology. Can be whatever you want. You just need a phone. Come live and we talk about it. So feel free. I'm Portuguese, but I live in London, man. So feel free to join. You can obviously, Danielle, you can talk about your favorite passion about technology, something that I used to do and follow you, but I stopped doing it for a while. I don't vape anymore, so I'm not doing it anymore, man. I was having some issues with my lungs, so I decided to stop, man. But yeah, I'm going to bring the first person online today. So a big welcome to a big friend of mine. So also it's a way that you guys can know me a bit better. So I'm going to bring Luis Patas live right now. Okay, so Luis, how are you, man? I don't hear you, man. It's not working your sound. It's not working your sound. The microphone is connected, but you need to select what is the source. Is not working at the moment. At the moment, I will just take you down. Just try to resolve that. I'm going to connect to someone else that is also on the line waiting. So whatever you are seeing, you can talk about everything that you want. Okay. See in a bit. Connect. I'm going just to connect to EUC services. My good friend Daniel is also in the house. How are you, bro?
Hello, everyone.
How are you since our last live, man?
I must adjust my camera. It's very good. I am constantly working like 14 hours a day, so it's normal.
You've done well. I decided to
I'm
do
not
this
bored.
basically because I believe that is cool that we can connect to each other and know what is our favorite tech. It doesn't have to be related with wheels, but if that is your favorite toy, let
Sure.
me know. So what is your favorite tech?
My wheels, obviously. I
And
love
what they
wheels.
bring you, bro? And what they bring you? You've been riding?
In general, electronic and wheels. So these are my two passions, and you know, I like to improve electronic stuff. So when
I know.
something is coming out, I I want to put it somewhere just to make fun of it.
And you do an amazing job, man. I just saw the video of wrong way with your wheel. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. 72 kilometers per hour, something like that.
It's Adam will make soon range test. He did it already, but the video is not yet produced. He's making it at the moment, and I know it reach like 90 kilometers range, but he rode close to 50 kilometers per hour constantly on asphalt.
Okay.
So he pushed it a lot, and it's at the moment it's better range than Gotway. Regarding high tech, what I like, I like robots, and this is my main goal to program it. We program it in my company in Lufthansa, Poland. We program the robots uh, to service people during flight. So you can scan your ticket. The robot
Okay.
will show you the path where to go, on which on where is the airplane, and etc. So we are doing
Okay.
it at the moment in Lufthansa. And I was thinking about making it for people, just to help them, for older people, just to help them with their houses. The robot will bring medical drugs, medicaments, yeah,
That
for
will be
older
really
people.
cool.
Yeah,
For who follows us,
yeah.
bro, I just had a
Segway
news. They
has.
are about InMotion. They are testing in the moment to increase the top speed of the V11. But they are not sure if they are going to be able, but they are trying to do it to reach 55 kilometers per hour. So for who is like
In general, all wheels which are 84 volts versions, I having this weakness that you cannot speed up and on low battery level. So even they will put make it faster a little bit. It doesn't matter because it will slow down on the low battery level, and it just is not nice for the rider that he wants to go. He's got like 30%, and the wheel slows him down. I wanted to go back to the robots. That Segway has own Robolab, and they are making robots. So I was
okay.
trying to reach them to buy a robot and to program it here in Gdańsk.
I want to hear
So
more
these are
about
my
that, bro.
interest for future. Yeah. You were talking about high tech, so this is high tech for me.
That's
Robotics.
that's that's cool, man. That's cool.
Going back, yeah. Regarding V11, the wheel weight is 27 kilograms, and it's heavy. And uh, as I told you about the battery, it's 4P, 20S 4P, and it is sufficient. They use LG. They confirmed LG M50T. Why they don't use Samsung 50E? Because they are short. They have to be supplied continuously, to make production go. So the Samsung cells are always available, so they can produce wheels. But
Okay.
I mean LG batteries, but Samsung batteries are not constantly available, so
Okay.
it will be problem with wheels. So, but Samsung 50 cells are in general better. I
Okay.
have I have two at the moment in my fridge, and I keep it for over 1 week
To see
before
the
testing
reaction.
it. So
Okay.
they are constantly, yeah. I will just pull the energy from it. It is constantly
Yeah.
at minus 22 degree
Whoa.
in my
So
fridge.
yeah. So
So
in that way
I
you
was
can see
checking.
also
I
about the
was checking.
BMS. Yeah.
No, I will no. They don't have the BMSs. These are the two separate cells I picked from the pack,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to measure it, how it behaves in low temperatures,
In low temperatures. Yeah,
because
because obviously that is
LG,
what drains the
in
most.
low temperatures.
Yeah. Yeah. In here in the UK when I'm
Yeah,
riding my
because
EUCs in the winter, it drops quite fast.
yes, but in general the LGs are not good at low temps. They deliver at 20, minus 22. They deliver like 2.5 amps. So I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
pull from it 10 as EUC does. So I will see if it is sufficient for safety reason.
Thank you very much, my friend. I
Okay,
have few persons in the
enough.
queue.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
very much for your time. It was a pleasure. I hope that I'll bring you more times. And thank you to
Okay,
be
bye
part
bye.
of this small show. And let's see if the people likes. Thank you very much, Daniel. Have a great day.
Thanks a lot. Bye. Thank you.
And now we have on the queue. You have Matt from Voltage. I don't know who it is. I hope that he follows me, but I believe that he find me some way. So I'm going to bring him back now. Matt, you're live, bro.
Yo, what is up? We chatted earlier on Facebook, I
Oh
believe.
yes. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. So
How are
no,
you,
don't worry
man?
about it, man. My good. My conference call was finished early, so I went out for a
Okay,
small skate in the forest here. Super sweet.
beautiful.
Brought
What
an
you are
electric
riding at the
skateboard
moment?
with me.
They evolve, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the
Perfect.
GTR. Tons of power
Yeah.
if it's turned
I never,
on.
I never, I never, I never tried that one. I never tried that one, but I'm sure
Oh,
that
which
is
one have you
a lot of
tried?
fun. I have. I tried boosted boards.
Yeah.
I have the Leaf Board Plus that I really like. And unfortunately, they enter in bankrupt.
Yeah,
So
they went bankrupt. They may be bought by Segway, I've heard, but just for the scooter technology that they've developed.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's a
know.
pity because they pioneered the field of electric skateboards. I mean, it's the biggest competitor of Evolve skateboards, but it's just sad to see other brands go that actually
But which
started
brand
this
are you
whole
saying?
e-skate
The
scene.
Leaf. Just give me a second. The one that I'm talking.
Yeah, Booster Board went bankrupt.
Yeah. But I'm
I don't
talking
know,
about this one.
not that long ago. Oh yeah, the Leaf Board. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
So
that
I
one too.
was.
I've never tried it though.
They are amazing, but they enter in bankrupt.
Oh, they do as well. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
pity.
So
I think they started on
yes.
Kickstarter, haven't they?
I'm not sure. So I started working with them last year, and we had a very good relationship. Not entering big details, it was a brand that the owner have some personal problems.
Yeah.
Those personal problems affect the business in Japan. After you had all those confusions that happens in Japan, they have to move all their stocks somewhere else. So people was waiting to get their boards. They was not getting. People was getting quite upset with the situation, obviously, and
Yeah.
um, and yeah, even with me, so people was buying the skateboards through my links, and after they was not sending the skateboards to the person, and obviously was affecting my image. They was also not paying me. So yeah, it was just to
Okay.
pay me.
So
They
yeah,
took like 5 months, so it was
oh
quite
damn.
bad, and it was
That's a
really
really
sad
bad
because
customer
I love it.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Probably they
uh,
were just overwhelmed with the amount they had to produce because that often happens on Kickstarter. Projects get overfunded. They just
but
don't
they
have the
had,
capabilities ready. Oh, they
but
did.
they had. I saw before the last problems that I had with them. He sent me some photos. So basically, what they was doing is on the uh, on this little guy. Man, I love this skateboard. If you never tried, or if you know someone that have one, you have to try. I thought
Okay,
that this
cool. I'll
was
do
going to
that.
kill me because I had like a massive accident with the Slick Revolution Flex E.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering, and he passed already 1 year and a half. So not the great experience, and because it's so small, I thought this is going to be super dangerous, man. It's amazing because they had the first generation that basically someone have broke one leg on the skateboard. They had to go to the court. They had to pay like $25,000 or something like that, and
Really.
they made
Breaking a
the
leg on a
brakes.
skateboard. Who would have
Yeah,
thought of that?
exactly. But what happened is they had so much issues. That's why if you saw my review, I was saying that the brakes they was quite soft. But that
Yeah.
happens because they had problems because of the brakes being so harsh in the beginning that they basically decided to take that off and make it smoother. But after they released a new version, the black one that was more powerful and the brakes was slightly stronger, and they was producing 3 skateboards. So basically, they had 3 new skateboards to come out. Uh, Basically, a Leaf Board Plus, but slightly bigger. There was one that was I wanted so much, man. A very small version, but off road, beautiful.
Okay.
But they had some issues in the productions. Man, it was really sad. I have to say it was my favorite brand of electric skateboards because the price was really good, and there
Yeah, the
was
price. Yeah, it was good indeed. Yeah.
and this small skateboard I was able to do 10 kilometers, man. 10 kilometers
Yeah.
with a battery of 5,000 milliamp hours inside.
So what do you like about riding the electric skateboards?
So for me, when someone asks me, do you prefer electric unicycles or electric skateboards? My preference, I'm going to be honest, is electric unicycles. And
Okay, cool. Explain.
why? Because basically, the electric unicycle I see as a transportation, if it makes sense. When I look to my skateboards, I look like I had a very, very bad day. I want to go out. And by the way, guys, I'm going to read in a second your comments, but I can't do the two. I'm a man, so my brain have to focus just in one thing. But Vastu, thank you very much. Try to come. I know that you just talk Italian basically, but I'll try to help you. But yeah, basically, the electric unicycle, before I start with the electric skateboards, and I love it. So it was my way. So I was parking my car quite far from my job, so I didn't have to pay the parking, and I was going with the skateboard the rest of the way, you know. But for example, one of the problems with the electric skateboards, and you are aware of it, is if it's raining, you should not be using it.
That is
it's
true.
too
That
dangerous.
sucks. Yeah,
It's too dangerous.
and it's
Even
so
if
messy
you have,
too.
yeah, you get
Like,
all
you
your
get-
trousers all dirty.
Yeah, completely. Like, it doesn't make sense to ride an electric skateboard during rain. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't do that. Yeah.
I love the skateboards. I'm going to receive 3 new skateboards really soon to the channel. So I'm going to receive a new electric skateboards from Ralde. So I'm coming back in the game with them. Long story, that is personal, but long story. A few problems with them, but now we are doing a partnership once again. I'm going to have here the Max Find and another brand that I don't remember the name. Let me just see if I can find here. Bound something. I have like the other day I contact more than
Haven't heard of
200
that.
company. Man, it's difficult now to find on Max Find. For example, now I'm just trying a new product that I just received today. Some earbuds. But at this moment it's Bound Motor.
Also, I haven't heard of that one.
I
curious,
saw
man.
I saw them on the Instagram of Daniel, the one in China, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I contact them and they asked me to review a small version, so a small skateboards that they had. And I thought, yeah, it will be cool. Let's see if it's good, so I can basically replace on my mind the Leafboard Plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is
Okay,
your
then-
favorite technology? I believe that you are going to tell me that is electric skateboards.
It's the e-board, but I would like to stick with the unicycle e-board discussion for just a little bit longer.
Okay, no
Because
problem.
I'm curious about another thing. I mean, since I'm a race driver of electric skateboards, right? So I also do
Yeah.
competition and this stuff. How do you feel about high speeds on the unicycle compared to a skateboard? Like
It's nothing
going
related,
about
man.
40, 50, 60 kilometers per hour.
So basically, I think we are reaching a point in the market that, first of all, having suspension is something that I wanted for a long time. And that will allow, in my opinion, the electric unicycles to go even faster. So, for
I think so
example,
too, yeah.
when we was talking about the Z10 on our live show last week between me, Daniel, and Damilola, the problem of the Z10 is a so large tire touching the floor that you can feel all the holes, but in the same time is really grippy. So, for example, imagine I receive a skateboard, I need to review that skateboard. Now with the coronavirus, I don't know how I'm going to review it, but I'll need to do it in a different way. So I have a friend of mine that normally comes to my house. It's always him that tests the skateboards first of every single person. And I film him and I go with the Z10 because the tire is so large. If it's an off-road, for sure I choose the Z10. But I believe that having a suspension will allow us to go much faster. And before you, we had Daniel Cott, is for me is the god of production of the best electric unicycles on the market. So he works with Gotway, and he just have done the MSP that is called the MSS, and it can reach 82 kilometers per hour. So
That's insane.
it's
Do
crazy,
you
man.
think you could beat me on the racetrack?
I'm not a racer guy. I Here in Milton Keynes, where I live, I have like the best roads to ride in the UK. So
Hmm.
I don't have, I don't know, I can go from one side of the city until the other without crossing cars, basically, or just passing one road. But I don't need to be in the same place where are the cars, and that allowed me to go super fast. But for example,
Yeah.
the other time I went to London, before obviously all this coronavirus and everything, and I went with Damilola, and being in the middle of the traffic in London is a completely different ride. So for me, I like to speed up when I know that there is no risk. So I don't like to put
Yeah.
my risk or the life of others in risk. So I believe that you will be able to beat me in a race because you are used to do that. And for me, I like to compete against myself, if it makes sense. So
Yeah.
nobody's
Okay.
in risk.
When I'm over in the UK again after Corona, we'll try.
That will be fun, man. That will be fun. It will be
Yeah, that would be cool.
a good video. Any other
Yeah, and you're
questions
gonna
that you have
teach.
for me?
No, actually not.
It was just that
You
curiosity.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I have the experience from, or lots of experience from skateboarding, not a lot in on the unicycle. So I'm just curious to hear actually what the ride difference is for you.
As is for me, imagine, do you ski?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay,
But I
so
mean, I've also tried a unicycle.
okay.
Just I'm very slow. Like I tried it for about 5 minutes or so. I was just meeting up with someone who had one, and then I just tried it for a small round. But I never got fast or something, or taking corners really quickly. I never did that on the unicycle yet.
So one of the things that I like about the communities around the electric unicycles, and by the way, my wife is in the house, she's working. Chiara, thank you very much to be there. But yeah, she's been super supportive for me because who follow me knows I just lost my job with this coronavirus, so I'm just trying to go
Yeah,
all
that
in.
sucks.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm trying to go all in with this YouTube thing, and expecting that this
Yeah.
go fine for me. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone that is there. And Luis and Daniel, you are almost coming next. But for me, it's like when you are riding a electric unicycle, it's like skiing. It depends the electric unicycle that you are riding. I'm going next week is going to come out a new video about the Z10, and I explained that the riding experience is different. But with the Z10, I have to basically control the Z from this part of my leg,
Yeah.
and with the King Song 16X, for example, is with your hips. So you
Oh,
move your
really?
hips, and it completely
Okay.
change. So it's even more similar with the with basically skiing, because with the King Song 16X, you have to basically tight your legs against the body of the King Song 16X, and
Yeah.
it gives you really the sensation that you are skiing. With the Z10, is like having a bull between your legs, and you have to give it space, and it just flies. But it's a very shaky wheel, so when it feels a change on the floor, the wheel bends, but you can't react. You have to leave it free. So it's
Okay.
a wheel that, in my
A
opinion, was
beast.
not. Yeah, it could be even more a beast, but it should be much more. Nobody really understood that wheel, basically, because if you see Speedy Feet and other reviews, they wanted that wheel to react exactly in the same way that react the other wheels. It's like if you were saying that you expect that the S18 or the V11 that is coming out to the market with suspension, you will have exactly the same ride experience that you had with other wheels. That is impossible, because now you are going to have
Yeah, of course.
suspension, and the suspension on the S18 and the suspension on the V11, they are completely different. The S18, I believe I believe no, it is customizable. The V11 will not be. But you can't expect that you have the same experience. When I go on the skateboard, it's like if you was doing snowboard, and it's just cruising and enjoying the ride. So that's how I look to my skateboards. I never ride a skateboard in my life before I start doing YouTube. So I start
Cool.
I start using electric skateboards in September 2018, Yeah,
Yeah,
September 2018, and the first one was the Slick Revolution. That in that time I thought that the brakes was normal to don't respond until half, and after brake like super violent. And
I
after
need
when you
violent
start,
brakes.
yeah, but you need a smooth change.
Yeah. And
You
like
you
honestly,
don't
my
want,
opinion, yeah, I just love it on the Evolves because it's so smooth and the curve also is super nice.
yeah,
For me, it's my favorite. Absolutely, yeah. You gotta have a good braking curve. And
yeah. They
mine,
use
it's
they use a shitty ESC, and they even on the Flexi version 2.0 they changed the ESC because they knew that they was having a lot of problems and people was
with
having accidents
what?
with the first generation of the
Oh,
Slick
the Evolve
Revolution.
brakes. Oh,
No, the
Slick
Slick
Revolution.
Revolution.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, the Evolve
Yeah.
I never tried. So, but
They had
for
very
everything,
harsh brakes when they started, but that changed a lot. But you can smack down the brake completely, and it just eases in for a very short time, but then it really pumps in, which is super. Like it feels very natural. You can just pull it all. I mean, be prepared because the brakes are hard, but you can go all the way. Just super nice. And I strapped some big ass motors on my board as well, so I have double the braking
do,
power, which is very
do you
nice.
have do you have tried the RAL Day off road?
No, I haven't. But I mean, I tried all the major off-road brands like Baja board, Lacroix, Trampa
Oof.
boards,
La
all
Croix
of the
is
big guys
beautiful,
for
man.
off-road. Yeah, they're awesome. They
I,
they look really cool. They're very heavy though, but the board
uh,
itself is
the
amazing, I
control is
think.
better than the first generation.
Um, Honestly, like I fell so much in love with the Evolve control. I wish I could put the Evolve control on any board because I don't like any other control. Like I'm
Just
super
move around the
biased in
ESCs
that. I
everywhere.
admit that. Like yeah, it's for me it's the smoothest throttle and brake control. And I mean I use this thing for racing all the time, and with another control like it's much more difficult in my opinion. I mean
The
in the end, this is
the
how you control the board, right?
Yeah,
With your
exactly.
hand and your foot, obviously. But
Yeah,
if you
so
don't have good acceleration and brake control, it really messes up your riding experience, right?
yeah, yeah. So when I had my accident with the RAL, with the SCR, it was like, imagine that you have all this travel on the brakes, yeah,
Yeah,
until half you was pushing down and nothing happened, and the other half it was like brutal. It was like boom,
I know exactly what you're talking
so
about.
dangerous, man.
I had this with the first generation remote from Evolve, or actually just the one prior to this one here.
Yeah,
Um, Man, the brakes. If you go downhill at like 40 kilometers per hour and you try to do it as slowly as possible, man, be prepared. Like this thing is gonna throw the anchor right from the start, man. That was dangerous, even for me as an experienced rider, I think.
and
With the
how
new
is
one,
how
that's not the case anymore. But I know
and you don't
exactly
have
what you're
seg,
talking about.
you don't have seg anymore.
No, zero.
Perfect, man.
Like
Perfect.
connection is awesome for me. But honestly, I never had problems with any of my Evolve boards. This is my fourth one by now. I never had connection issues, but I know that they had some with the board that they produced 2 years ago.
No, I
Yeah,
know. They was having issues even just to connect, and people in some rides they was like turning on
this
if the two boards was connecting together. You was connecting your remotes to the other board. Stuff ridiculous, man.
yeah. It's good that they fixed all that by now.
They need to because otherwise, what happens is the same that happens with booster board. Is obviously they was good on the market, but the Chinese market is getting better and better and better.
Yeah,
So
and they're so
they
much
are not
cheaper. I
anymore
mean,
that cheap
yeah,
skateboards or cheap phones.
yeah. No, I mean they're premium brand. You can still see it from the materials that they use, of course. And in the end, the whole machine is very fine tuned to give you like this riding experience, or the perfect one, in my opinion. Like I've tried lots of boards. In the end, it's always personal preference too, right? Like for me,
Yeah.
this is the best board on the market. For someone else, it's another board probably. But I
You
just
try
love
the
this one so
onboard
much. Yeah, yeah.
because they say that
It's
is
fine.
a quite interesting board also. I never ride the onboard to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's a plain copy in my opinion. the ride feel is different. Not as good as I
Okay.
thought it would be. I mean, I've ridden it not that much, maybe for 40, 50 kilometers, but definitely sufficient distance to make a judgment on the ride feel.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't
But
test the batteries and all this stuff, but
last
yeah.
question that I have for you with your electric
Yeah,
skateboard, how many miles you normally are able to do? Obviously,
in one
going fast.
charge.
Yeah.
So in it, I mean, this is so terrain dependent, with my and wheel setting dependent. If I like at the
Hmm.
moment, let me just switch the camera here. I'm currently riding. Is my image frozen?
No, no, no. It's working, man.
Okay, on my screen it's not. Okay, so I'm rocking some 8-inch tires at the moment, with a 66 gear ratio in the back. So the battery range is quite high on this actually, especially if you go off-road. I think if,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always going full throttle or full brake when I'm going off-road. I can do about maybe 20 kilometers max, I would say.
That is also one of the
Sometimes
things
it's
that.
less. If there's lots of inclines, I mean, if I just ride on the road and go full throttle all the time, I'll do about 25 kilometers with the off-road setting,
Mhm.
which is very good, I think. And just, I mean,
Yeah, for
off-road,
skateboard
if you're
is good.
hitting really steep hills, it's crazy. And I mean, obviously, like if I just put the street tires on, I get to 45 kilometers in range,
Yeah, because
having fun on the
obviously,
board still.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that is
But
one of the things that I like about EUCs is the possibility to do so much more miles. So many times I go,
hmm
imagine I was going to work, I was coming back home, and after I was going to the other side of the city because imagine I had to see a doctor or whatever, and coming back home once again. So that you, unfortunately, until now, you don't get that with the electric skateboard. Or if you go obviously to a La Croix or something like that, obviously you get a bigger range, but also very, very heavy and
yeah,
not as easy to maneuver
it's
when you come out of the skateboard like electric unicycle because you have the handle and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's always this compromise between battery size and weight, and with weight also comes the agility of the board, of course. Because the Baja
Hmm.
board, for example, is so heavy, like it's so hard to maneuver, because there's so much weight basically under your foot and off road. Like it just, I mean, the forces just push it out in the curve by itself. So it's much harder to control off road. I mean, the lighter your board, the better. So for races, I would even recommend actually. Don't use the big battery because get your board as light as possible. Get some not even cells if possible, just get the
It's
flat ones.
it,
But for
it's
race, only
it's
for racing, obviously. But
mhm.
the weight matters is my point actually.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's like in electric unicycles. If you have a like if you pick, for example, the monster, the Gotway monster, it's a massive wheel. Obviously, you can do a lot of miles, but it's not the same as riding with the Kingsong
Yeah.
16X
Yeah.
because it's a
Yeah. Yeah.
much more
Like you said
compact.
earlier, you have
It's
to
very
let it go.
agile.
Like it. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But yeah, man,
All
it
right.
was a
Cool. It
pleasure
was
to talk
awesome
to
joining
you.
in. Yeah.
Man, thank you very
Likewise.
much. I hope to talk to you later because obviously we have stuff to talk together. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, thank you very much to
Sounds
be on the
good.
channel.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers and bye
Enjoy.
bye.
Bye bye.
And yeah, so thank you very much, Matt. It was amazing, and we have at least for now 2 persons more on the queue. If you want to join us, feel free. The link is there, so you can talk about anything. Nobody's here to judge. You can talk about every kind of technology that you have on the house. Something that is related with you. Here is not so much about talking about me or what I love. In the end, this conversation with Matt was a bit different because obviously we have the same passion and he asked me same questions about my experience with electric unicycles and electric skateboards and what I like in one and the other. But here I want to connect with you and I want to know what you love. So Sin, for example, if you are still there, join. Omidel, if you don't mind, also join. Devastato, feel free to come. I would love to see you in a bit here. Even if your English is not perfect, next week we are going to have a big for me a big show with 2 very special guests. I've been trying to see if you guys can know which ones I'm talking about. Yeah, feel free to join me. I'm here to make this quarantine a bit easier. So the next person that I have in the house, I hope that your sound is working now. But Luis, I'm going to bring you up now. How are you, man?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, it's working. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can. How are you, bro?
How are you, bro?
Yeah, not too bad. So just a big, a small story, very fast. Luis is one of my best friends. I met him in the time that I was working for a company of telecommunications. I hate him because he stole the first place 1 month, like best salesman of the month for 1 point, one service. I was so mad. Funny story. Now we are like best friends. We talk almost every single day. Thank you very much the other day because someone entered in my Instagram account, so they was trying basically to take deals that I was getting there, and Luis was with me online until 2, 3 in the morning to try to find out how to get back my account. So, man, thank you very much. I love
No problem.
technology, but I'm not so much in social media besides YouTube. But yeah, man, I want to hear about you.
Yeah, no problem with all, brother.
What is your favorite technology, bro?
This.
Computers.
Computers, yeah,
What
basically.
you like about them?
Everything. I like to the pieces. I just uh, buy new pieces every time and just getting together. As you can see, it's not
Well,
all by me. And recently, I just bought a drone.
I know.
I'm getting, I'm getting
You've been
ready.
enjoying.
Yeah, yeah.
I will love to be there and with electric skateboards and electric unicycles and doing some videos together, man. It will be amazing.
You
One
will be.
of one of the things that I really want is to one day that I'm able to come back home and imagine our city. For who is there and doesn't know, he's from Setúbal, Portugal, very close to Lisbon, like 48 kilometers in the south. And our city have like best market of fish of all Europe, best beach of all Europe, and we have like a natural park that is considered one of the seven wonders of Portugal. And my desire one day, and I can't die without doing that, and I think I'm still too young, and I will be able to do it. Uh, I want to ride from my house, like the house of my mom, and going until Azeitão. You eat the ass of Azeitão, and after we come back once again. But by the natural
It
park.
will be a very interesting ride.
It will be amazing, man. But you have to learn how to use an electric unicycle.
I'll try to.
I will hope
Otherwise,
so.
I'll go with my motorcycle.
Just one PS. Omidel, you are saying that you are very shy, man. I'm also very shy. Obviously, what you are seeing is me 2 years later. But in the beginning, if you go to my channel and you go to see the first video that I've done, I was super shy, man. We have the Mavic Mini, yeah, the one with 249 grams. But yeah, how has been your experience doing it?
Well, I'm not a professional, but DJI has a little features that helps you if you are an amateur. So basically, you will learn fast. It will be very easy to to use it. They have like three modes: a circle mode that the
Yeah.
drone goes around you, and you're in like in a circle in the middle of the range, and uh, basically you will learn everything from there. Well, I was a noob. I haven't tried anything like it, and now I'm like addicted. I would just want
I'm
how
sure, man.
to ride a drone. Yeah.
I'm sure, man. I always wanted to buy a drone. That was one of the next investments that I wanted for my channel because, like you are aware, I do a lot of reviews of different stuff. So now I'm testing a new product that I just received. Is some
Yeah.
headphones, some earbuds. Man, this is really cool. I just showed to you, but I'm going to show to the persons they are there. So you have a base that will allow us to charge wirelessly. The sound is good. Maybe not the best that I tried until today, but I will have to test a bit more. You have these leather covers that you can change. the fitting is one of the best that I tried. And since you take out from the case and you put back, he recharges and he stops. So something that with all the other earbuds that I try, you didn't have. But yeah, man, technology is amazing, and drones, I will love. And that one was my objective to buy it. Are you able to go really far? It's like what, 4 meters? Eh,
For
like up?
this,
4 meters,
this drone, kilometers,
four
yeah.
kilometers,
This
not meters.
drone has a range of 3.5 kilometers.
Three and
The
a half.
company says that you can go further than you cannot go further than 4 kilometers. But I've seen a few tests, and there's people are going to reach 5 kilometers. Well, you need to have you need to be in the area that doesn't have Wi-Fi, doesn't have any antennas,
Yeah.
to reach that 5 kilometers. But I've tried, as you know, from Setúbal to Troia. It's like two
Setúbal to
kilometers.
Troia.
Yeah, it's like 2 kilometers,
Wow.
1.5, and it goes perfectly.
Whoa, that's amazing, man. That's
Yeah,
amazing. Are you not scared that the drone goes in the water?
yeah, I am, but you have to try, you know. You have to try.
Yeah, but I will definitely. So your two, if you had to choose between the computer and the drone now, what you have to choose?
Well, that's a difficult choice. Um, because the drone is like a hobby, and the computer is like an addiction. I need to go play online every day,
I
so
know,
maybe
I
the
know,
computer.
I know that you are addicted. You don't sleep.
If yeah, you know that.
I know. I'm Dr. Phil, man.
You're right. You know how hard this is.
Yeah. But yeah, soon I hope that we'll be able to be once again together and doing
Yeah,
some
let's
videos.
virus disappear, and I would like to hear you again.
I hope that you also can come because we had everything prepared to you to come to the UK and yeah, it's
I
what it
will.
is, man. It's what
I
it
will be
is.
there soon. I was planning a trip to go there to see you in April. In the beginning of April, I was on vacations,
Yeah,
1 week,
I know.
and I was planning to go there, but the virus just didn't let me.
Didn't allow us. Didn't allow us. But yeah, man, it's what it is. But what is important is that we are well and stay safe. I know that you are still working 1 week per 1 week per month. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 week per month. I work 7 days and I rest
Yep.
for 9.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to work on day 27 right now. So day
Okay.
27, I'm going to work 7 days with 1 day off. So 6 days of work, 1 day off, and then 29 days again, staying in quarantine.
Are you really staying?
Well, because of the drone, I don't think so. But well, I just go outside alone, so I don't
Okay.
think I'm gonna be having problems about this.
Because he's coming 25 de Abril, and
Yeah.
I don't want you to like going like Carvalheira. Woo!
No, no, no.
So stay safe, bro. Daniel
Okay.
is already waiting for a while, so I'm going to pick now Daniel, DJ LSB Vapes. I think he's in United States. At least last time that I saw him was he was working in United States, like a big change in his life. But yeah, Luis, it was a big pleasure to have you here. I know that
Me
I am
too.
able to talk to you every single day, but it's different to talk here on my channel. And I'm
Nice.
going to start doing this more often because I think it's cool. Whatever. By the way, if you guys likes to ride electric unicycles, electric scooters, motorbikes, we are offering Atlas 2.0. So check the videos, participate because it's an amazing helmet. See the reviews if you want on the channel. I have already compared also with the Atlas 1.0. So feel free. I think you are trying to see if you can win, yeah?
Of course, because I have a moto,
Okay.
and yeah, I'll try to win that.
Let's not talk about your license, yeah?
Okay. Let's not talk about it. Yeah. Forget
Man,
it.
thank you
Forget
very
it.
much.
Really forget it.
I'll see you in a bit. I will see you in a bit.
Good.
I'm going now to
Thank you.
Pastor Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. So yeah, it was a pleasure. And the cool thing about this is we are separated and we are far from each other, but we have here the possibility to connect with persons that are important to us. And Luis is a very, very special person in my life. He's not in my life for a long time, but is really, really special for me. It's one of the best persons that I met in my life. So I'm also really happy, even if we are just 10 here, I'm really happy to be able to be sharing these moments with you, and you know a little bit more about my private life, if it makes sense. I'm going now to bring Daniel. Yo, bro.
Hey, what's up? How's the
How
weather
are you,
near
man?
I'm good.
Let me just see through the window. Nah, it's not at the moment. Now it's a bit, whoa, wait. It's a bit bad at the moment. But yeah, it's been quite good since we entered in quarantine. The weather, it seems like it's been even better than in Portugal, I believe. So my mom was always saying that it was raining and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same about Michigan. We kind of got into spring for a while, and now it's snowing again. So yeah,
Okay. You're enjoying the experience because you are there already for a while, man.
yeah, I've been here for 2 years now.
I thought it was more.
No, I moved here in March 2018, so it's been 2 years.
For who you are working? Which company?
For myself, just doing the YouTube thing and
Oh,
working for all these manufacturers, testing their products, R&D, all that kind of stuff. That's all I've been doing.
that's great, man.
Well, now
Because I
with
thought,
the slowdown in work because of the coronavirus for almost 2 months. Ever since China went to the Chinese New Year, they never really got back to full production because of the virus. So I've been doing some DoorDash, which is delivering food just to complement my income and kind of pay the
yeah.
bills. But slowly going back, and the video is slowly coming back.
Yeah, man. For me also, it was my last 6 months has been like crazy. Obviously, who is closer to me knows the stories, but basically, I was working in optics,
Yeah.
and I was working there for like 4 years. And one of the managers of Apple, he gave me a funny fact. I'm today with one. Um he went to my house, to my store, and I sold him some glasses, and he loved my customer service, and he was like, "Oh, you need to come to work for us. You need to come to work for us." I went to work for them, and they fired me because I'm a YouTuber. So,
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, yeah, and they knew since the beginning. Um, but yeah, I believe that they wanted me full time. I didn't want to do full time because the payment was good for a part time, and I wanted to be part time because of YouTube, and I wanted to spend more time to
Right.
improve my channel and grow my audience. So yeah, they fired me. I've been like 2 months and a half at home struggling to find a job. Just living with YouTube. And suddenly I found a job. I start working for a recruitment agency. Last day, 30 minutes before they close the door, Marco, here's your letter, go home. We don't want you here anymore. Your performance are low. But in the end, it was not performance. It was a question of coronavirus, because the day before they fired someone else. They fired another person that also was working there for longer. So they tried to reduce the amount of people that they had there. But in my case, I would prefer that they've been honest with me and saying, "Oh, in the letter is saying that it's performance, but in reality, it's the coronavirus."
Are you
But
able
yeah,
to collect unemployment?
I'm waiting to know. The 27th of this month, I will be able to know how much the government will pay me. But is a very small amount in the UK. Is ridiculous, man. When you think that just talking about a house, you spend. In this case, my house is like around, with everything paid, is 1,400. And last time that I've been unemployed,
Rent here, I pay 1,400 as well, just for the rent.
uh, but yeah, 1,400, and the government was paying me £73 a week.
Yeah.
So hopefully I have YouTube, and it's been better. Many companies, like you were saying, they are closed, or they are out of stock. Like, for example, I was working with a brand that was giving me a good amount of money, but the stock have finished. It was like masks for pollution.
Yeah.
That makes sense on my channel because obviously of the electric unicycles and skateboards and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it was like that. Just by the way, Orfeo, grazie mille di stare qui. Is my father-in-law is seeing the live.
Well,
But yeah,
hopefully
man,
it works out
what
for you.
is your
Not a job.
yeah, man. Yeah. And how what is your favorite technology? I believe that I know what you are going to say, but
No, it's not even related to vaping. I'm not gonna bring vaping to your channel.
okay.
My favorite piece of technology right now, it's something that we use on a daily basis, and that's home appliances like light
Okay.
bulbs, door locks, thermostats, all that. So ever since I converted my house into a smart house with smart bulbs, smart thermostats, smart door locks, smart doorbells, the interaction between the different devices, even when you are away from home, is just insane. It just simplifies your life in such a way where you find yourself using Google Assistant or even Siri to turn off the lights at night because you are already laying in bed and you don't want to go turn the lights off, for example. The simple things like you're not at home and as long as you set up the system properly, it knows when you're not at home or when you and your wife are not at home, and it brings the temperature of the house down, so it saves on gas or it saves on electricity. And then
That's
when
cool, man.
you're coming back home, it kicks the furnace again back up to have the perfect temperature. So when you arrive, it's just amazing. Once you have, it's a big investment right now, and I would like to see smart appliances going down in price. But
Which brand do you use?
so I use all kinds of different brands, which then becomes a problem. You have to use either Google Assistant or Siri or the Apple ecosystem to bring all the different brands together and make them work with each other. But for example, for thermostat, I use Ecobee. My image is frozen on my side. Oh, so for thermostat, I use an Ecobee. For
Okay.
bulbs, I use all Philips bulbs. All the bulbs are Philips Hue bulbs. Even the
Okay.
switches on the wall I replaced with the Philips switches that are
Okay.
detachable and remote.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, and then my garage door, it's a Chamberlain garage door, is also smart, and my doorbell is Yale. It's also a smart doorbell. It's also a smart door lock, and my doorbell is Ring. And so when I come to my computers or to my iPad, you can see my house.
That's cool, man.
You can control every single device, the temperature, the scenes, set different scenes, go to different rooms. You have all the different smart appliances. It's just
It take you a
once
while to
once you
connect all
start,
that.
like, no, it doesn't really take you um, it doesn't really take you a long time to set all the devices up. Like Philips Hue is really easy to set up. The doorbell, it's really easy to set up. The door lock, it was a little harder to set up, but if you use Google Home or if you use Apple HomeKit, that is going to bring all the devices together in the same spot. Everything becomes so easy, and you can make scenes. You can set up scenes between different devices. You can set up conditions, stuff like that. Even the studio I have downstairs, it's all smart. All the appliances are smart. I have I have the same switches I showed you. So when you enter my office, you have one of these switches. So on turns on the lights and turns on the cameras. It turns on everything ready to work, and off
So cool.
shuts off the lights, shuts off the cameras, suspends the computer, everything. So just a
So
simple
cool, man.
button, you can set up so many actions. It really simplifies your life. It's costly right now, but I think it's a really good investment. And once you buy like one smart bulb, maybe one door lock that is also smart. Once you buy two or three smart devices and you start thinking about the possibilities if you buy more and more and connect them together, it's incredible. It is incredible.
That, do you
So
have
that
already tried the Xiaomi bulbs and things like that or not? Because
I
they are
tried,
produced with Philips.
yeah, I tried the Xiaomi bulbs, but when I tried them, they didn't work with Apple HomeKit back then. I don't know if they do
I
now.
think I think they continue with the same issue, man.
Yeah, and that's something I look for when because I'm in the Apple ecosystem. When I buy smart appliances, they have to be compatible with Apple, because that's how I'm able to bring them all together in the same spot and make them work with each other. Otherwise, You can only do things if you have Philips smart bulbs. You can only do things and scenes on the Philips side of things with the Philips app. If you have Ring doorbell, for example, you can only do those things on their own application. But once you start buying things that are compatible either with Google Home or Apple HomeKit, you have
can
the
connect
ability
them all
to bring all
together.
these different brands together in the same spot and force them to work with each other, with conditions, with scenes, and all that. It's awesome. It is awesome. Simple thing, like even yesterday, I went out. I had to go out even in quarantine. I went out to do some shopping, and I was coming up the stairs with the groceries on both hands, and I was like to my watch, "Hey Siri, open the kitchen door." So when I got to the kitchen upstairs, the door was already unlocked for me to come
That's
in
so
with
cool, man.
my bag. So the simple thing, once you start thinking about it, that they really look like simple things, but in the end of the day, they just start. I don't know. You just feel like it improves your life. It starts improving your life.
Definitely. For example, for me, I just use Xiaomi. All the lights that I have in my house, they are Xiaomi. The ones that are doing all this effect around me. Oh, by the way, the radio was not turned on. Now I'm hearing me. It's doing like double time.
Are you hearing yourself? Yeah, I hear you just the same way.
Okay. And now it seems so. Oh no, I'm hearing me. Whoa.
I hear you the same way.
Okay. So basically,
You hear yourself.
hello. It's doing. So let me just try to change it.
Oh, it's looping the audio back to you.
I'm not hearing you. Just give me a second, bro. Technical problems is always welcome. Let me just see if now like this I don't have problems. Headphones. Can you talk now?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Not hearing you.
Test 1 2 3.
This is irritating me so much. It was working so well. Sorry, guys. Let me just see. Audio. Can you talk again?
Test 1 2 3.
I didn't hear anything. Let me just take out once again the other ones. Talk again?
Test 1 2 3.
Yeah, one is
Do you hear me?
connected from 1 ear. Let's see if the other one after it connects. But at least I'm not hearing me again, like in loop. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, I can hear you in 1 ear. The other one is not working. I don't know why, but at least it's working. But this is a product that I'm testing. Anyway, I also have the lights, like intelligent lights, like I was saying about Xiaomi.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I was away last time, they basically took the plates of the car of my wife. And after I was like paranoid, but I was like in Portugal, in Setúbal, and I was like going on my phone all the time to see if my house was okay, and because there is a lot of robberies here in the UK, so
Right.
not the best experience.
I'm so close to Detroit, so I can relate. I do too when I'm not at the house. Like if I go to a convention on a weekend, or if I'm traveling for more than 2 days. Of course, I have the Ring security cameras around the building too, but I have my lights set up. I have a scene set up where the lights turn on and off in different parts of the house till 2 a.m. just to simulate presence of people inside.
Yeah. I was doing the same with my phone, but I don't want it to be always synchronized. So what I was doing, I was going on my phone, turning on, and before I was going to sleep, I was turning them off through my phone.
I have the scene I have. It's random. It does random.
Okay.
Random.
That's good.
House. Yeah.
The Portuguese, they think in everything.
Yeah, always.
Man, it's so crazy to talk to you because I used to see you before I even have a channel on YouTube, and I used to follow your the last device that I bought. It was you that recommended me to buy, but it was a bad experience, bro. The door it broke like after 1 month. It was the I don't have here the case anymore. The help me. Like an expensive one that even you have the sides in wood, you can remove it.
Paranormal.
Yeah, that one.
Paranormal. Yeah.
Yeah, the door, the connection of the door is in plastic. It's not
Yep.
in metal.
Yeah,
And
there's-
after 1 month, it broke.
Did you
Rubbish.
reach them because they replaced? I know back then they replaced most of them.
I tried to reach the brand, but
Yeah.
they never answer. You needed to call DNA, I think.
No, they made everybody go through the vendor. The vendors were the ones replacing and sending the faulty unit back to
Yeah,
China.
but I brought from AliExpress, so
Oh shit.
going through the vendor, forget it. No.
No, I think
Do you
the way-
really think that I was going to pay for it like much more like here in the UK? Nah.
right. I think that's actually the way I found your channel because I was going through the list of subscribed people, and of course, if you have a few subscribers, you are higher up in that list. The more subscribers you have, the higher up you are in the list of people that are subscribed to my channel. So that's how I found your channel. I was like, oh, this guy is doing content, and then I watched the video. And I was like, yep, he has a Portuguese accent as well. So let me follow.
Yeah, we used to talk few times in the beginning because in so I'm here for 4 years. I believe like 5 years ago,
Right.
I used to have my business on vaping also.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was doing my own liquid
Okay.
in the time that the each bottle was around 20 euros per bottle.
All right. Before the nonsense taxes that they apply.
Yeah. So in that time, I started doing some liquid, and the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend of one of my best friends, that a friend of mine that lives in Northampton. I don't know if he's seeing or not, but I believe not. I believe that he's working. She started trying my liquids, and she was like, it's okay. Until one day we was out in Stubble, and she said, "Whoa, the liquid is really good. How much you want for the liquid I buy to you?" I was like, I never thought about selling my liquid. So the story started like this. So I was unemployed that time. I was learning English to move to the UK. So I quit my job. I was working at Zon in that time. And yeah, man, I started selling to her. And after other persons, they start asking me, "Oh, your liquid is good. Where do you buy?" I don't buy. I do my liquid. "Oh, do you want to sell me?" And after you start, man, I'm not joking. I had, Portugal because you're Portuguese. So if persons that are seeing this and they doesn't know, imagine Portugal is my phone. My city is here, Setúbal, Lisbon. I believe that you was from Lisbon, yeah?
No, in Troncamento, which is like 100.
Okay, I know. My stepfather is from Entroncamento.
Oh, there you go.
So terra de fenómenos, terra de fenómenos. The sound is cutting, bro.
Raised and born there.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool. I used to go there when I was a kid, and I always remember like a matança do porco, killing the pig, like in Ontroca. I was like 9 years old. I was so in shock with the situation, like killing the pig. I just ran out, man. I don't want to see this shit. I just run out, man. But yeah, basically, so for who doesn't know where is Portugal or how is Portugal, so my city was here. I have customers in Almada. I have customers in Lisbon. I have customers in Porto. I have customers in Algarve. They was coming from Algarve, man, doing 300 kilometers to buy my liquids because it was cheaper to come to my house to pick the liquids and going home again than buying in there. So they was buying like big quantities, like 100 euros in liquids. So in that time, that was what I was doing. That was the way that I found to make some money when I was unemployed at home.
Right.
So yeah.
so it's so simple to make liquid, and as far as you have the right conditions, or you use gloves and you do it clean, it's so simple.
Yeah,
It's so simple to make liquid. Well, you kind
it
of
is,
have to
and
on the recipe to taste good, but as far as the ingredients we use, it's super simple.
yeah, if you need to use more flavor than paracetamol,
The
glycerin vegetal, and what is the other one?
pineapple.
Propylene glycol. Propylene glycol, yeah. So when you put more propylene glycol, you get more flavor, but it's more artificial. So I was always putting like around 25% of flavor.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's a good percentage.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
easy. But I didn't know. I didn't know you had that side hustle, which is nice. We all do eventually have our side hustles when we don't make enough to pay the bills. And as
yeah, or
for
when
it,
you
usually
when you dream
do
about
what,
something else.
right.
Omidel, I'm waiting for you. Come back. You are almost going live. So, he's back, Amidel. I'm coming to you, man. Just give me a sec. But yeah, Daniel, it was a big pleasure to talk to you, man. I was really not expecting to see a famous face here. So really, really enjoy to talk to you, man, and to know a little bit more about your current situation. Are
Yeah,
you safe there?
yeah. I
Everything?
quarantined. I stocked up. We stocked up for about 2 months. As far as food, we are fully stocked up on food. Well, kind of running out now, but but we've been at home ever since. My girlfriend is a teacher, so she's been out of school, but she moved into online teaching. So she actually took over my studio downstairs in the mornings.
Okay.
I work in the afternoons. She was just she started doing homeschool, or she started teaching online using her laptop and the laptop built-in camera and laptop audio. And ever since she tried my studio with my cameras and all the equipment I have, she
She's
was like,
living there.
"Yep, I'm taking over your studio in the morning, and you can do your work in the afternoons." So,
That's cool. You met her there in the United States?
yeah, yeah. I met her last year, September last year, and we already moved in together. It's
That's good.
been
That's
a
good, man. Good to hear.
pleasant ride.
Uh, it was like Kiara. I met her. Everything was quite fast, and we are together later for a long time. It seems a life, man. Everything that happens before her, it seems like a second life, man. For me,
Time
it's
flies.
so strange when you start living with someone. It's a different thing.
Yeah, it is. It sure is.
But yeah, man, thank you very much, man. I hope to talk to you once again in the future because
Sure.
I'm expecting to do more times these live shows to talk with you guys.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
pretty.
very much, man.
You're welcome. Have a great
See you
day.
soon. Bye bye. And yeah, man, this I was not really expecting to talk with Daniel. I used to follow Daniel like for a long time. He was the person that I trust the most when we was talking about electric. I was going to say electric skateboards, but when we was talking about electric cigarettes. And yeah, every time that I needed to know if the product was good, I was going to his channel. So if you like electric cigarettes, check his channel. Is really good what he's doing. Is for me is one of the best. So if you want to know him, check it. Now the next person that I'm going to have on the show is Omidel. How are you,
Hello,
my friend?
Hello. Are you hearing me?
How are you, man? Yeah, I
Very
can
good.
hear you. Where are you from, man?
I'm from Romania.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, because I'm a little shaky.
No
So
problem, man. No,
I
no
feel
problem.
that.
Yesterday I was I was like that. Yesterday I had the possibility to talk with Sean Cannell, that is a big guy on YouTube that gives you like good tips how you can improve your business online. And I was going to sleep, and suddenly I saw that he was going live, and I could talk to him. So I just, well, let me give the opportunity to talk to him, and suddenly it was like Matt Peck is going to be live in a couple of seconds, and I was like, whoa! My heart was like beating like crazy, and it was an amazing experience, man. And what I'm trying to do with this channel or these episodes is basically connect with you guys, because I know that you guys knows who I am, but I don't know who is in the other side seeing my channel. So this is just a way that we can be all together and talking and making this time in quarantine a little bit shorter, because also, like, I don't know how is your life, but my life is I'm at home all day. In the last 14 days, I went out 2 times, one to do a video for you guys, and the other one was to do some shopping. So I'm like close at home waiting that my wife comes home so I have some company. So I thought yesterday I was like going to sleep. I couldn't sleep after talking with Sean Kennel. It was like 4 in the morning. I was like, no, I need to do something. And I thought, wait, I can't talk about technology with the person they are in the other side seeing me, and start doing this like a regular thing. And yeah, I'm really happy. We are just 9, but man, I'm so happy. I was like, if I have 2 or 3 persons here and talking to me, it's already a success. So thank you very much, Amidel, to be waiting and being that side, seeing the channel. So what is your favorite technology, man?
So firstly, I told you that I'm very shy talking to the camera. So I'm sorry if I'm not so coherent. The main thing that made me enter the live stream is not that we share the same passion for UC, but I also work in an optic.
Okay.
In a small country, in a small city in Romania. Things are very soft here. I work for half a day, and half a day stay home. I try to ride my unicycle in the forest, or I'm not so in quarantine, but things in Romania, I don't know, it's difficult, but people are everywhere now. It's because of Easter.
People are sometimes, for me, people are a bit stupid, man, because
yeah, I know
they should not be out and putting in risk their life and the life of others. The other day I went obviously to go and ride with my electric unicycle with my camera, but that was my daily exercise. But in this case, like I said, in the last 2 weeks is the only day that I went out because I need to do content for you guys. And I went with my mask. I went like 15 minutes outside and I came back home once again. And I went until a lake and I came back. I love that lake. Is one of the places when I need to relax. I normally go there, and I used to sit on the bench. And I arrive, it's like sunny, everyone doing like a picnic on the park, like if it's normal, nothing is happening in the world. I was like, whoa, people, it's to stay at home. It's not to be on the park sitting and doing picnics. But yeah, I get it. So how long you work as in an optic?
Because it's my own clinic, I work for 4 hours.
Okay. So you are like an optician?
Yes, I'm doing everything, like prescriptions. I make the glasses, everything.
That's so cool, man. I really like it. I wanted to become an optician when I was working in there, but the company never gave me the opportunity to go to university through them.
So you are only a seller, or
I was just a salesman in that shop, yeah. But every year they opened the possibility to be a dispense optician. So I wanted to do the course through them. It's like 3 years, and after that I needed just to do 1 more year as an optician, and I'll be able to do the prescriptions, you know. But even if I was just dispense optical assistant, I was doing the job of a dispense optician. So when a customer, for example, was having issues with their vision, I was doing the double checking the prescription automatically. If I put you a plus 0.25, it's better, it's not. How is your close-up where you like to read? Is 1 arm length, half arm length, and trying to understand if the bifocals, many of them, they was using bifocals, but they wanted to read in a halfway, but they have already lost 2.75 in the crystalline. So yeah, man, I really enjoy it.
It's very difficult working with people. Trust me, my other employees are staying home. I'm the only one that I'm working, so it's hard. It's hard.
And how you do? Just one person each
Yeah,
time?
one person. They staying outside and enter one person by person. So they have to wait because now it's very hard now.
I know, man. I know. At least think like this, and it's the way that I think about it. So when I lost my job, I start thinking. For example, I have a good friend of mine, David. If you are seeing, I'm not sure if you are one of the 9 persons, but I hope that you are safe. He trains ping pong, table tennis,
Yeah, yeah, I like.
and his wife also lost his job. So they are the two at home, and I was thinking, man, at least my wife is working and I have my online business and I have the possibility to make some money. And by the way, if some of you guys buy something through my links, thank you very much because you are helping me to pay my bills. And yeah, my side hustle becomes my full-time job at the moment. So I need to do more. I need to be more times online. I need to think to find other ways to do some content online because obviously I'm not able to be outside all the time. So yeah, man, I feel your pain, but like I was saying, if you have a job and you have the possibility to continue to go forward, it's better than many persons they are at home like struggling to find some money to buy
Yeah,
some food.
it's better than staying at home. I try to help people because that's what I do, and even for 4 hours a day, it's enough for people to get repairs, get everything they
Yeah,
need.
yeah,
Mainly
to
because a lot of people where I have the clinic is are old people, so
yeah,
for
yeah,
it's
and
difficult.
elderly people they
Yeah,
need our
yeah,
support more
yeah,
than normal.
yeah,
And I really appreciate what you are doing because obviously every single time that you go and you work with elderly people, um, you obviously put in risk also your life.
yeah. I
So
know. Yeah,
and it's crazy. And recently, also someone that grew up with my wife, for example, died with coronavirus with 30 years old. So man, it's hard times, and that's why, for example, Luis that was here, I was saying I hope that you are staying at home and not going out because I know how we are as Portuguese. We think that nothing affects us and we can go around and do whatever we want, but yeah, it's not like that. This is really serious. 20,000 persons died just in the United States, and in the UK is already more than 12,000. And
here
this is
here it's because we don't have enough tests for everyone. Then we don't know how many people are at risk and are ill, and everyone is, I don't know, it's not thinking, and they go outside, not staying at home. It's difficult, but let's let's stay
let's hope that this
positive.
goes better. But
Yeah,
I believe that we'll be in lockdown at least here in the UK until the end of the summer. I don't see this going better than that. They say in 3 weeks we will see, but I don't think so. I don't really think that we go in better situation. It seems that Sin E also is a trainee dispense optician. So work for a
that's good.
laboratory. Cool.
So you're the first
Yeah.
person that I know you working on a optic and also like you see. So very
That's cool.
nice.
By the way, which EUC do you have at the moment?
At the moment, I'm having an MCM5,
Okay.
and
It's a
but
good machine.
yes, it's I had an G5F and switched to also a smaller wheel. Maybe this year I will buy an bigger one with suspension because now it's the future suspension.
Which ones you are more into it?
I like every wheel. I'm not. I
Okay.
don't want to say that one is more good than other, but
What do you
every
like
wheel.
in a EUC?
I hope that they make the smart BMS because that I think, in my opinion, it will be the next leap in a new C. The smart BMS is very important. You have to know which pack is good. We have to know the batteries.
Yeah, you
Um,
had that with the
yeah,
segways, for example. You could see if the battery is as healthy or if that is a problem or if you have the drop on the milliamp hours on that specific battery. I think also that the brands they have to rethink the way that, for example, Segway have done in the past with the Z10. That even if the battery was so short, you always have like the two batteries working together. But if one fails, the other one's still working. and that was quite a safety thing. So that's why with a so small battery, even doing some tweaks on the wheel, you could reach 55 kilometers per hour. And when, for example, you talk about the Kingsong 16X, that is the one that I have, it can go at 51 kilometers per hour. But if you go until the end, you are going to smash your face on the floor, because it's going just to turn off, because it doesn't have this technology behind. Suspension, by the way, I think is the way to go, but I still think that is a bit early. And between the two, the S18 and the V11, I'm going to tell you that I think the V11 is a better choice at the moment. I didn't have none of them, but I think the V11
it's a better build, yes, because it has some I don't know, with the people who like a more radical wheel, it's S18, but V11 it's I think will work very good in a city more than S18.
I think the suspension on the S18 may work better, because at least what I saw online is the suspension of the V11 goes in this direction. Yeah, so when you hit something, the pedals they bend down to absorb, but after it push you up. Yeah. So I don't know how much you will have that. So imagine going down on stairs. I believe that it will not be as smooth as the S18, because the S18 you have, in this case, imagine you have the suspension on the back. So when you hit something, the wheel just move away and you are stable on top of it. So I think that I prefer the way that they thought about it, the suspension on the S18, but I think the V11 continued to be a more well-built wheel, and like I said, they are still trying to go even further away with the wheel. Let's hope that they are able to do it. But yeah, they are still in tests, and the wheel will just come out in June, so they have plenty of time to tweak with new firmwares updates and making a much better wheel. But between the two, if you have to choose, even if I love the look of the S18, I will choose the V11. I believe so. But we are seeing. I'm talking with InMotion. Let's hope that they want to work with my channel. I work with Kingsong for the Kingsong 16X, and let's see if I can close the deal with the InMotion, and I'll be able to tell you a bit more in depth what I really think about the V11. It's just a question of time, but I believe that maybe I'll be able to bring it. But besides your EUCs, what is your favorite technology?
I have also, I've heard that you talked about Xiaomi products and all kind of automations. I have spread in my house everything from light bulbs, from motion sensors, from temperature sensors. It's a good ecosystem, Xiaomi, but I think they have some lack of sometimes they doesn't work very good, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
For example, I have my camera in the front that GearBest sent me to review, and it's okay, but it's not like other brands like Ring and things like that, because they've been trying to enter in the house of some neighbors and stuff like that in where I live, unfortunately. And their cameras are much better, man, because they can automatically download. I need to go to the memory card and take down, and many times it doesn't ring on my phone, or everything that moves slightly, it reacts to it. So it's okay. It's not bad at all. For the price, it's difficult that you can say it's a bad product, because it's not. And for me, price is one of the most important things in this moment. And I believe for many persons, the end value is really important.
Sorry, I have to stop.
No problem, man.
You.
Omidel, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time, and see you soon, man.
You. Sorry, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So yeah, guys, anyone else wants to join on the live stream? Because I don't have anybody else waiting on the queue. So if someone else, it will be the last one. Otherwise, I will be finishing now. Still have 10 persons on the other side. But yeah, man, just if nobody else will come, I have to say thank you for all of you guys that been in the other side seeing the live stream. It was better than I was expecting, or was my expectations about this live stream. I didn't give a lot of time to you guys to jump on the live stream and be here with me. Amazing persons that I had here: Daniel, Luis, Daniel Kotz, Omidel. Man, guys, it was amazing to have you guys here. So if nobody else is joining, someone else, Sini, do you want to join? I'll give you one more second. If anybody else comes, I will just turn off the live stream. But it seems that nobody else is coming. Guys, thank you very much for this time, and let me know if you want me to do more times this type of video, that we can be all here connecting and talking about technology. I think it's a good way that we can spend the time on this quarantine, and yeah, I want to know more. I want to see more faces on the other side. So guys, thank you very much for your time, and I see you in the next one.